think there is such a thing as a good movie or a bad movie. Let me explain. I do think there is a difference between a film that works structurally and a film that doesn't. And I do think there is a difference between a film that presents a harmful narrative and a film that doesn't. The concept of a film being good completely or bad completely, I'm starting to not think that that exists. Because good and bad is entirely subjective. I know we like to say that it's objective, but it's not. There may be a movie that a large amount of people think is good, but that doesn't make it an inherently good movie. And the reason I talk about this is because Aubrey Plaza recently went and made her first public appearance since the unfortunate death of her husband by his own hand. And she talked about how the movie The Gorge really helped her through her grief. This movie was one that was not very well received amongst a lot of audiences, and a lot of people said that it was just a bad movie. But for her, that movie was really representative, physically speaking, of what her grief felt like. So for her, that movie is a good movie. And looking back in my own life, there are quite a few movies that are critically considered bad by most audiences that for me had a profound impact on who I am as a person and my well-being. The movie Rock-a-Doodle is considered one of Don Bluth's biggest flops. I mean, it's a silly and ridiculous story about a rooster version of Elvis. But for me, as a child, that was something that brought me immense safety, emotionally speaking. That movie felt good to watch because it made me feel safe to have wild and weird fantasies. And no one else in my life felt that way but me. Everyone I showed that movie to said that it was objectively bad and annoying, but it wasn't objectively bad, nor was it objectively annoying. It was subjectively bad to them and subjectively amazing to me. And then even in my adult years, my go-to film for when I have been broken up with by somebody is Enchanted. That movie has gotten me through more of the worst times in my life than any other movie combined. And that's not considered any sort of cinematic masterpiece. But to me, that movie protected my heart when I needed it the most. And it allowed me to be vulnerable and say out loud the things that I wanted from life. And I think that when we talk about film and television, that's something that we need to remember, because we say too often this film is good or it is bad. But there is no objective right or wrong answer here. There's just you and your feelings.